Hey guys, welcome back to more AFK Arena. In today's video, we're over on Kiasma's account because we are going to be testing out the Morael, however you want to say it. We're testing out the new Celestial. We've got her maxed out, well, 30 signature item, good enough for maxed. 9 furniture. We don't have the tier 3 gear, but we have her in full tier 2. So let's get into it. So before we get into testing, I want to give a big shout out to Kiasma himself, but also Chromos, because like I said, I've been lost on this chick, on how to use her and stuff like that. And Chromos has actually found a really nice team, and Kiasma did some more testing as well. But shout out to Chromos for coming up with the team, because obviously he had that free-to-play account with all those diamonds. And unfortunately, from what I've seen, no one's found like a real budget team for her to really shine in. Obviously, she's not budget herself, but the rest of the units you use in the team are quite luxury units as well. So the main team that Chromos did come up with is going to involve using Ulna as well in the front row to protect a Grizzle, which a high investment Grizzle is a bit luxury in my opinion anyway. And then we're making use of Pharrell and Silas as well, if I can find where Silas is. There we go. And that is the basic team, using her Vortex to group everyone up, using the CC, the spam, and Ulna. Ulna's amazing. So when I was talking to Chromos as well, I said, is there any budget type teams? He said he really finds that Ulna's really important to making the team work. But if we jump into it, I'm not sure if it's going to work against this enemy. We can sort of demonstrate it. But like I said, if anyone has like an awesome free-to-play friendly team, it'd be sick to use. Keeping in mind, Kiasma here, we're not at the hugest level deficit, so take it with a grain of salt. But I have seen higher deficits running this team effectively, but nothing else that's really like game changing that makes me think people would want to just straight stargaze for her so that they can use the team. You've still got obviously your Lucretia, your Ulna, your Twins, your Taylene, your Cats. Like a lot of things just feel like they work in better teams than her. I feel like she'd be very low on the priority list, but still we can take a look. So let's jump into this team. Let's see if it actually works. We'll put it on 1x speed. And what you can see is here, you can really see the drag after she does an ult. You can really see it dragging the enemies in. It just takes a long time for her to get to that point where she's about to ult now. We did lose the Grizzle, which sucks. She did get injected, and you can see like, for instance, the Verk slowly dragging up. It is on 1x speed, so that's why it does look incredibly slow, but you can see it does actually gradually drag them in. I think we should beat this Verk. Hopefully, you'd hope we'd. Okay, got him. He left. That's actually really cool. That's a really cool interaction. You can see the Verk leaving the Vortex when he used his ult, and absolutely destroying himself. But you can see them drag in after her ult, which is right here. You'll see them drag in. It's not the fastest drag, but it is something. But check the Verk out when he uses his ult and leaves the range of it. Boom, big damage. I'm pretty sure that's what that was. So that is that team. Like I said, besides this, I haven't really seen too many other amazing teams that she has been used in. Obviously Ulna being pretty clutch in a lot of situations, and like I said, other luxury units, but it does give you a 5-piece faction bonus, so it is quite a nice team. We'll go ahead and try it against this team, see how it functions against these. It's a pretty tanky team, and it does have Odin with heaps of portals, so let's see how this plays out. Let's put it on 2x speed so we can still kind of see what's happening. But yeah, against this sort of team, I feel like it should do all right, because they don't really have the burst that's going to really threaten the team. We did just lose the Ulna though, which sucks. But as you can see, keep going. Let's put it on 4x speed. Let's get their minions out there. They're getting dragged into the center. And like I said, it is nice. I feel like she'd have more uses if that drag was a bit quicker or it happened earlier. Even if it was that pace, but like say at the start of the battle, it starts doing the same thing, and then it repeats it every time she ults. I just feel like she's lacking that extra layer of something. Sorry, I just lost my voice, but yeah, she's lacking that extra layer of something. Now, I did see another cool one from Chromos that he did message me, so we'll jump in and test that out, and that was using Torn. So let's go ahead and throw the Torn in there if I can find him. There we go. Ours isn't heavily invested. It was pretty much the same team. Except we dropped Grizzle, we put Torn in. He actually had Rowan and Taylene in his team, but obviously different circumstances can do different things. Let's just take you over there. Let's put you back in over on this team. Where's Torn? Obviously down the bottom, obviously. But I want to see a Torn meta. I want to see this guy shine. I want to see stuff happen. But obviously when you got Rowan and Taylene, you're going to have a solid team. Rowan, Taylene, and Olna is a heavily invested team. But like I said, I just don't see a budget team that's going to be viable for her. So let's check out how this one runs. I just want to see Torn dominate. I really want him to. So hopefully he can do something, even though he's probably got 0 gear on at the moment. Be nice. Be nice. Let's go. 2 times speed. Okay, she's getting her ult on. Olna doing the slow. Man, Olna's a savage, isn't she? There you go, Torn, getting his ult out. Look at him go. No, he died. He died. Rip. Rig VOP. Rig, was that was Shamira, surely. Yeah, that was Shamira's ult. Rip the dream. Let's try it against another team. Whoops, skip. But yeah, I don't know. Let me know what you guys think about it. I find it, and I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I want to clarify this every time I say it. I feel like she's underwhelming in like she's not OP, but like I'm perfectly cool with having some, you know, mediocre units come into the roster. Otherwise, you just end up with huge power creep. So I think it's like nice to have a little bit of balance in your new heroes. But yeah, I can't think of how she's going to be dominating a meta. Okay, I gotta check his gear. I gotta check his gear. Where is he? Where is he? Torn, where you at? You got no gear, do you? Yeah, he's pretty much got no gear. Man, him and Creepy Hand Lady, I really want to make them work. Keltha has his niche situations. Baden sort of dropped out of the fold. But Torn and Creepy Hand Lady, they're 2 of the other new units that didn't really have much love to them. Like no one's really found an interesting use for them. But I remember, but in the Battle of Blood, or was it the War of Wits? I can't remember which one. But Torn really had his time to shine, and you could see what he could do. But I don't know, he's just struggling in campaign. So I've literally got this Chromos page open, taking a look at some other teams that he did use. So let's have a look at this one. He's done it with a Raku. So this is what I'm keen to see. So we're gonna try this team that he has made using the Raku. So this was the other team that I did get message from Chromos. Once again, big shout out to Chromos and Kiasma. But let's go ahead and put you in with, he had the Rowan in the front row. And obviously these matchups are going to change depending on whoever you're fighting against, the enemy formation, all that stuff. But I'm just demonstrating some stuff that I've seen people have a little bit of success with. So we also had the Olna ones again. And then we had the Tassie and the Raku. I love Raku. Raku's an absolute savage. Look at the guy. Just look at him. Not optimal against a Mauler team, probably. We can probably swap it up and try it against the second team. Bit Graveborn heavy. That should be fine. It does have portals. Let's just see who he portals. He tries to portal Olna and doesn't work, which is really nice for us. So there's the Tassie sleep. Gonna have that control, meaning that Raku's hitting everyone. Rowan in the front row, so when he stuns, he's gonna hit. Raku's also gonna hit everyone with his basic attacks, and now he's just gonna execute everyone, unless we hit Brutus. I don't know what happened, but he obviously. Oh yeah, he must have attacked the Brutus at some stage. Otherwise, I thought he would have killed everyone. But there goes Raku. Let's see damage. Please be a Raku win. Yes, Raku, my man. But once again, in that team, I don't feel like Morael was like a vital part to it. I feel like you could quite happily sub her out for a lot of other units and get the same results. Yes, she does some nice damage, but I feel like she isn't offering much else to the team. Actually, the other thing that I did want to try her in was a Screg invade team. So let's try and set this up. So with the idea of the Screg team is that, you know, the allies have to be in the ring to get the benefit. So I feel like with the Screg, you've already got that. So let's try with like something like this. Who else do we want to put in the Screg team? Maybe we do chicken so that they're all grouped up as well. And then we could do like a Zafrael. Do that. Like if all these guys get those buffs, obviously we have no sustain in the team, except for like a bit of life leech and stuff like that. Let's just see how this functions. I'm gonna leave it on 2x speed. So we get the early CC. Screg mounts up. Everyone's in the ring. Everyone's getting those stats, but everyone dies too quick. Okay, so we obviously gotta adjust that up, get a bit more sustain in the team. So we could probably drop the chicken. And who do we bring for some sustain? Do we just throw Taylene in there? Do we try and do it with Totem Dude? Let's try and do it with Totem Dude. Let's see if this goes. I don't think he'll have enough sustain. His sustain is too slow. And as you can tell, his healing totems are a bit far away at the start. But actually working quite functionally here. Actually working quite well. That everyone gets in that ring. Like, you put a lot of pressure on in that. I mean, I kind of like it. Because, like, they're in the ring, so they're getting buffed. Titus doing a heap of damage there. Damn, Titus. All right, let's try that against a couple other teams. Because, I'm a big fan of Screg Invade, you know? These things happen. So, let's go here. Let's go begin. Let's try it against this first team. Let's go. Poisons are going to be the issue in this one. Poisons will be a big issue. But let's just see if we can deal with it. Yeah, Zaf's dead. Titus is almost dead. Yeah. Okay, so Verk a bit of a counter to it, I believe. I just hate Verk poisons at the moment. They're just plaguing me on my other accounts. So let's see this go. I don't think Totem Dude's definitely optimal for this, but he's not too bad. I still like Totem Dude. But yeah, like between the buffs that her circle is going to bring and the buffs that you get from Screg, and then on top of that, you do have Totem Dude's buff as well. Like, I'd love to see some numbers on how much haste some of these guys are getting. But once again, she doesn't get the opportunity to deal the most damage in that. But I think, you know, the buff is applicable, but once again, I don't think it's necessary for the team to function. Let's try that again. Let's just put it on 1x speed. Let's just have a look. I want to see the haste. I'm looking at her head to see when the haste thing comes up. There it is. So now everyone's got that haste, and you can see how fast Titus goes. Like, this is on 1x speed, and Titus, like, he's attacking fast. So it's cool that everyone in that ring gets it. Obviously, Totem Dude doesn't. But when you got Titus, Screg, and Zafrael going berserk mode with the attack buff, they all get the shield as well. You can see the shields on them and stuff like that. I mean, I feel like that's a very viable option for her. But like I said, Chromo's been doing some good things with the Grizzle Ulna team. I still like to think that this could go a little bit further on this team, but once again, another high investment team having the Zafrael. Having said that, you don't need Zafrael for this. Let's just try one more team. Let's exit out of this. Let's try it without the Zafrael for a bit of a lower investment team, even though we do have signature items up high and stuff like that. Let's go Citrana because she's cool. Let's see how this goes. So same sort of thing. We're running in. You'll see them get the shield. Okay, Titus died straight up. We do lose the stun there, though. We do lose the stun, but you could bring a Ninja Turtle or something like that. Citrana, oh, I was about to say Citrana's bloody tanky as she gets dropped. Okay, that's going to be that. Rip the dream. Rip the dream. Let's try another one. How can we do this? Let's go... I mean, Ninja Turtle maybe? Could be a thing. Get that CC. Yeah, see, Zafrael's really quick with his CC. That's what made him really work in that. Because he gets in there super fast and then starts training him. Whereas the Ninja Turtle and Titus both take time to ramp up to their CC. And that's where I think Zafrael and Titus work really well together, because Zafrael gets that instant shock on them. And then Titus gets the follow-up fear. But yeah, we're just going to leave that there. Just quietly, how good's the flames that Ruby spits out? Anyway, that is going to be it for her. Definitely not a unit I think you have to rush to and worry about or put on your priorities. But hey, if you like the look of her, she's a nice luxury unit to have. if you really want. But anyway, guys, sorry it wasn't a massive one with a heap of different cool options. We'll do the Prince of Persia probably tomorrow, and hopefully we have some more fun stuff for you guys. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you have an awesome day, and I'll look forward to seeing the next one. Cheers.